Uh, This is a reading for you as I offered. And this is for Kathy Demoni. So the first question I'm asking in order for me to sort of do this reading for you, the reading that is there from the spirit of your business, is I ask questions to feel into how you are within the business and what the business wants to say to you. So one of the first questions I ask is, how does Kathy need to change in order to be more satisfied with her business? And this opens up quite a wide portal, quite a wide door. The first thing that I get is it falls incredibly still, very, very silent. And you can notice distant, distant, distant sounds. You can hear for quite a distance. Now, that might mean to me that you are very auditory in the way that you get your messages through. And I'm asking, is this how you call in the people to support your project in the next evolution? And I get yes. And the reason I do this straight after I've done the reading for you is a little bit because I'm out of it a little bit, but it means that I can dive back into the energy quite easily. So anyway, the answer was yes. And that's how you call to them. So they are being activated as you focus on them. But it's not necessarily that you know who they are already. It's the fact that you are creating the connection with the type of people that you want to connect with. Does that make sense? So you create the kind of people that you want to support you, and then all life and the spirit of your business will support you in finding those people or those opportunities and have those doors open. Does that make sense? So it's all on the inside of you. So who do you need to support you to amplify your project? Get very, very clear. And then that is the springboard it to in order the spirit of your business, your soul, to go out and find and orchestrate these people to bring them to you. So the distance hearing is the fact that people are out there and you just need to sort of call them in, but you're calling them in by kind of like, you're right, somebody's right over there. And you're using your senses, you're using your intuition, and you're diving into this in a completely, completely different way. More becomes apparent when we go further into this reading. You might need to listen to this a couple of times. We're going to talk about this anyway. So I asked the question again, how do you need to change in order to be more satisfied with your business? And I get read further, beyond, go wider, higher, and get a higher caliber of person. Go big or go home was the message that just kept coming through right there. And I get faces like Tony Robbins, and I get faces like Maria Forleo, Reagan Hillier. So this is when the business, the spirit of your business, will orchestrate the instructions, the introductions for you. They will give you instructions as to where to be, how to be, and that is how the introductions begin to sort of come in. And you will notice what you are being called to do. I hope this is making sense. This is extremely intuitive way of running a 5D business, and this is what you're putting yourself out there to do. You're a change maker, you're a visionary. So therefore things are not going to be done in the same way as before. Like, oh, well, I'll find a plot film and I'll just put a Facebook advert on there. I know that's not what you're on about. Um, so I'm asking the question again, just to kind of go down another layer. So how does Kathy need to change in order to be more satisfied with her business? And again, very, very, very still, silent. You're the creator, the visionary, and surrendered to this whole process that you have been given, that you've been chosen for. It is a very, very serene feeling. It was absolutely beautiful to sit in that feeling, knowing that this is how you will operate your business. Not for the mind, it's not from your thoughts or from your words, but it is from your body, the barometer of your body, which feels everything, the cells, and from your soul. Oh yeah, you are being the seer, the developer, to see the bigger picture and where you need to be. All right, so I'm asking then, what's in the way and what are you avoiding? So I see what's in the way is what's coming in, and it's creating like a brick wall that comes up in front of me and goes all the way around me. And it's worry about income, finances for the project, for the human to evolve beyond survival, beyond the 3D state. So this means you, Kathy, your thoughts of the worry of how you're going to get the income, it kind of starts building up all this kind of brick wall mesh in front of you that stops the information coming through. So that's what's in the way. What are you meant to do but not taking action on? All right, so this is something else that sometimes stands in the way as well. So I'm getting there. Your personal affairs need to be in order. Filing accounts, bills, relationships, family. And I'm getting like 10%. They're only 10% of your world right now because so much of your focus have been put on somewhere else. And they're suffering because of these consequences. So you haven't created beyond this project what else is going to be happening in and around your sphere, in and around your life, your home, your family, your partners, your relationships, your health, which is normal. But all I'm being asked here is like, don't forget about that, because at the moment it's on a back burner, it's 10%. And that might create problems for you physically as your body and your soul goes, hey, come on, and me. So something new needs to be created so that we can fit all of this together. And I see a jigsaw puzzle coming in. So the jigsaw puzzle, each piece is a part of your existence, a part of the life that makes you want to live this life and enjoy it and have the experience, as well as running your soul-led mission. All right, so the jigsaw puzzles here. Feel the need to converse with everything and keep the momentum going. All right. Another question I was asked to ask, what's standing in your way and holding you back? And then what I'm given here is a feeling of like over planning, overthinking, so the divine can't fall in. Now, this goes back to the previous question, like what you're not taking action on, or the question before, which was what are you avoiding? So this is kind of similar, but it's just allowing another deeper layer to go in so the information can come through even clearer. The over planning, the overthinking, so the divine can't fall into the picture. Nothing can get through when we're in our humanness, when we're in our planning stages, when we're in our thinking and believing that everything has to be like all the I's dots and the T's crossed I'm seeing. So what I'm asking then here is like when I'm feeling into the divine, like what it needs, it's like it feels so suffocated. It can't breathe. You can't recognize the next phase that's needing to come through because it's being suffocated out. You're so busy in putting everything together, which is totally fine, that you're not allowing the divine to come in to serve that purpose, to give you better results, to give you better options, to give you better responses, decision making, that kind of thing. This is exactly what I'm helping women to do, by the way. When they're running a business, it's like, well, what's coming up next? What's coming up this week? What's coming this week? Right, let's go in and ask the divine. Let's go in and ask the spirit of your business and see what it's putting forward for you, rather than thinking as the human running a business, like, okay, now I need to do this, and now I need to market it, and now I need to advertise it, and now I need to get more people in. What is the divine guiding you with? So moving on to the second biggest question is, what does your business want to say to you? All right, so this is our mission. Gosh, oh my God, I can read my writing. All right, you were chosen to be the head of the movement to bring into place change on a much bigger scale, a community. But we have the way. We have the way to make that evolve. Okay, it's a change, an upgrade, a result. As the shifts and elevations happen and in on Earth, so must we alter our trajectory. Right, okay, now that I've read that, I can understand it. So the mission, let's just say that, from the divine, it changes, it upgrades, and the results and the outcomes shift and change. The elevations change. As the Earth changes, and the population changes and shifts to do with the moons and the planets and all the rest of it and what's happening in the consciousness, so must we alter the trajectory and reach them and who needs to be in this particular project, who needs to see it. Do you understand what's happening there? So as we're always evolving, and sometimes we evolve and shift quite quickly, and sometimes we evolve and shift quite slowly. And sometimes there is a need to, oh, right, well, it's not going this way like I thought it was going to be. It's going this way. But you don't know that until you always bring it back to source. You always bring it back to the divine, and then you get the next phase. The overdoing slips you out of flow so that for the next phase. So when you're overdoing, and oh, this is a really kind of like a theme that's running through here, isn't it? When you're overdoing and you're not stepping into the flow of it, letting it flow through you, you're stopping the next phase. All right, so I'm being shown here the playfulness and the frivolousness and the nectar of your character. An unusual word to use, isn't it? Nectar of your character. That's why we chose you. That's where the ideas get and are a springboard to arrive for you. So within that part, those parts of your character, that's why you chose you. The tweaks and the pivots to keep up. All right, okay. So as you're in your nectar, as you're in your character, as you're in your playfulness, your frivolousness, and that wonderful character that I can feel and I can see that you have, that is the springboard for these great ideas to come in. If you're working too hard, nothing can come through. Again, this just keeps coming back to that, doesn't it? So the tweaks and the pivots and the next spark, how it comes to you is within the playfulness and the frivolousness. The intention behind the spirit of your business, the divine, to knit together a band of women to serve the greater good is nothing trivial. It's not average. It needs to be discovered on the world stage. All right. People have to leave behind the identity of what has happened from the trauma, the pressure, the stress, because that is just stunting the human's growth. You have to leave all of that behind, detox it, wash it off, trust the journey to be free of those particular troubles, that energy within inside your body that's holding you back, that's stopping you progressing, and bring in the new human. I don't know whether you've heard of that term, more than likely you have. As we go from 3D to 5D, the new paradigm, there is a new version of human, which is what we're all attempting to be, is this band of women across the globe, bringing in new visions, new images, connected to the divine, doing all our God's work. That's the new human. And that person is quite willing and quite aware that the old version of you has to be left behind. You have to surrender that up to be the fullest version of you. En masse, I'm getting you, your project, en masse is a detox, an elevation, elimination, recalibration, to never settle with life. It's an expression in it is meant to be. My writing when I'm in and half out. Calibration. Oh, new with life, hasn't it? experience as the experience it is meant to be, which is an expression, the expression that you want to bring through. So, you know, the detox, the education, the elimination, the recalibration, so that you are all one with life. So that is the experience that you, us, we, one is meant to have here as the creator. I would say you are here to be the creator. But what you're helping people do is to let go and understand the necessity of letting go and stepping into a new version of themselves. Letting the divine, meaning source, God, universe, spirit, soul, or as I've heard it referred to as Gus, God, universe, and spirit. So we're letting Gus, the divine, into everyday lives with our health, our wealth, our relationships based on the divine journey. Then I'm asking at the end here, is there anything else that we need to let you know, what your business wants to say to you? And it was really, really quiet and silent for a very long time. But I got this impression of an entity that is all around you, available to be accessed, that is waiting for you to connect. And you can feel it. Oh gosh, I felt it in my heart space when it connects with you. And its name is Dieth. Anyway, the name will come to you when you connect in with that. To empower your project, your business that wants to come to life, to reach the people on many, many platforms. Oh, there is nothing you can't achieve. There is nothing you can't achieve with this at your back, and you are able to ask. Okay, so that is your initial reading for your business. Please contact me so that we can go through any points that need to be relived, re-fed into, re-questioned, so that we can get this project off the ground. This is my thank you to you. So anything else? No, contact me, send me a DM, messenger, and we will connect again, have a face-to-face, so that we can dive deeper into what the divine and the spirit of your business is wanting you to do next from moment to moment. Lots of love.